Hey guys, today, don't you like how I changed my voice like I wasn't just talking to y'all? Hey guys, it's April 30th. It is the last day of the month. Take note if you have not, I've been watching the Utah Jazz too much. Do you like that take note plug-in right there? Nobody is from Utah here, so you didn't get it. It's all right. If you have not yet finalized, checked your numbers, checked 3 more times, rechecked your numbers, made your last minute phone calls. It's a little late, but still do it, please. A couple things to take note on. Laterne and I were talking earlier and made some posts in both groups. The back office had a little bit of a glitch this past weekend. Some credit cards were not being processed. It looks like the order went through, but it did not. So just make sure you're checking with that and your customers are aware of that. Next month has some exciting things. Remember that the Healthy Habits Tour for Life is still going on. That's what we're talking about tonight. Also remember that that kit is going to be on sale through June. So I'm going to turn it over. Tonight I've asked Iris and Chrissy to share with us. These chicks make me laugh every week and I love them both dearly. And last week I noticed they were posting selfies about being at the Healthy Habits for Life tour. So I thought, awesome, what a great opportunity to hear about the tour. If you haven't gone yet, get a little more information on what they're talking about. And so Iris, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Kenzie. I will never do another selfie again. Right, Chrissy? It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot, and it was great to be able to have Chrissy there and a lot of our other doTERRA cousins, like Amanda, and Mike came that night, and Jill, and there was a bunch of them. So I would like to start with the quote that they started with that night. You have characteristics and gifts that make you unique. It is up to you to turn those characteristics into strengths. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your strengths were given to you for a purpose. When you embrace your authentic self, your potential is limitless. Everybody on this call has a limitless potential. Do you know who said that? Maybe not. Emily Wright. So she looks at all of us and realizes that we have a limitless potential. And when you think of yourself as limitless, you can do anything. So they started Austin Ruff, is that his name? His last name? I don't remember. He is the rep for our area. He came and was holding everything together last week. And he said something that really got my attention. He said, no one has the same top 5 strengths in the same order as you. Let that soak in. No one in the world has those 5 strengths in that order. There is the Strengths Finder, which a lot of us have done, but a lot of us have not. It's by Gallup polls. And Kenzie, do you have that link just off the top of your head?
Yeah, it's just Gallup. I'll post it because now you can do it right to the back office. So I'll post it with the recording and they can jump on and do it. And maybe we'll have everyone share their top 5 if they've done it on the post too.
Okay, that sounds great. Mine, my top one is positivity. Now, why I would have that, you all know that I have a lot of challenges in my life, but I take them all in a very positive manner and deal with them as challenges, not as excuses, not as disabilities. So that's something that I believe is very true. My second is learner. My third is input. Fourth is connectedness. And fifth is woo. So I've got a lot of stuff going on there, just like you all do too. But there's no one else but me that has those 5 in that order. Okay, so Chrissy's gonna start out just giving her story in a summarized fashion. So Chrissy, go ahead.
Okay. My story is that I had a stroke in 1993. My right arm and my right side affected. And I've tried everything from acupuncture to occupational health to physical or occupational therapy to physical therapy to you name it, I've tried it. Then Iris, I met her again through a gal here in town who was having a party, and so I went to the party, and she got to talking to me about doing her protocol, and I started doing the protocol with Iris. Maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months or something, and then I just finally decided that yes, I would go ahead and get started with doTERRA. And because of the protocol that we use, I have no more spasticity in my hand, because at night I would wake up and my hand would be totally clenched, and it would happen like 4 to 6 times a night, and I would have to wake up, unclench my hand, and get it to lay flat, and that could take anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Now, because of the protocol and because of the LLV and everything else I take, my life is awesome because it isn't anything like it was before. So, and I when I started with doTERRA, I actually took over somebody else's team, but everybody on my team doesn't, I mean, they build, but they don't build very fast. And so that's what I'm looking for now, is to get some builders. So that's my story.
Thank you, thank you. Here's my story in a short form. I was born a pianist, singing me, 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 to my own playing of Jesus Loves Me before I could talk and before I could walk. I was lifting myself up to the piano, playing like, use both hands, Iris, playing like this. I had a stroke on May 14th, 1985 at age 28 and thought my whole life was over. In 2014, doTERRA found me when I was having issues with sleep. Of course, I have an oil for that now. I share doTERRA with almost everybody I encounter, and it has led me to Iris's Protocol for Stroke Survivors and Iris's Worldwide Strivers, a nonprofit that will send donated oils worldwide. And I still play a mean piano. The first thing that we had to do for Austin and the gang was to share your story. So they had us answering some questions and starting to get our stories or to revitalize our stories. Chrissy's going to talk about inviting and enrolling.
Okay. As far as inviting, you don't need to be an expert to successfully invite people to become their own solutions provider. Discover what is most important to each person by listening to them and taking a genuine interest in who they are, what they are experiencing, and how you can serve them. And you have to help people say yes. Be clear on what you are inviting them to, like, a class discovers solutions for health concerns, etc. And let them know the value of investing their time, and give two options that can work for them: a class or a one-on-one. You want to strengthen your relationship and build trust through multiple interactions, and keep your word. That's number one. And also, men need oils too. And then you have to invite to a class. You can do this, various ways. You can send a text. You can call them on the phone. You can, do it various ways. And they gave us a script, or a script that we could follow. And it says, I've been learning about essential oils, and they make a huge difference for me and my family. We use them in everything, or use them for everything: sleep, more energy, immune boosting, non-toxic cleaning, you name it. I know you have struggled with, and then you fill in the blank as far as sleep, cleaning, whatever. Um, and I thought of you. I'm teaching a short health workshop, and I'd love for you to be my personal guest. It's at my house Thursday at 7, or we can meet together next week. What works best for you? So, you always give them two options, nothing more. It's either yes or no. And then, in order to invite them to like a one-on-one, if they aren't willing to do a class, because then they're like going, I don't even know 5 people, I don't know 2 people. So then you can invite them to a one-on-one, and you just say, hi, do you have a second? Great, just have a second myself. I'm calling all my health conscious friends and setting up a 30-minute visit to go over their health goals. Suggest a few cool tips using essential oils and other natural products, and then show the most popular options. If you end up finding these things, if you end up finding things that you want to try for you or your family, that's great. If not, it's totally okay. Is that something you are open to exploring? Great. Is tomorrow at 1 or Thursday evening at 7 better for you? See, and you only give them the 2 options, whether or not to do it this day or this day. The other thing that that we learned with the inviting is, we did a like, say you meet somebody in a grocery store, and you get to talking, and you bring up your oils and whatnot, and then they say, well, do you have a business card? This, I thought, was the coolest thing ever, because they used Canva, and they went and they had their business cards digitally done on their phone, so they can send it just by a text. So that way you're getting the person's name, you're getting their phone number, and you're set. So that was a good idea, I thought. Okay, then moving on to enrolling. Um, the enrolling tips they gave us were to encourage you prospects to purchase a kit. So they have multiple products on hand, not just one or two things. FYI, I never bought a kit when I first started because I couldn't afford it. I started with wintergreen, frankincense, and basil and my membership. So you just have to listen to what they're telling you and you'll figure it out. Share what you love about the kit you feel is best for them. Connect everything back to their health priorities and how the kits are designed to provide specific support. The confused mind says no. Avoid showing an excess number of items. Show a few, offer a special, keep it simple. That's the number one thing is you want to keep it simple. Enroll most everyone as a wholesale customer. Enroll those who want to share or build the business as a wellness advocate. Now, overcoming objections. We talked a little bit about this too. They're not sure which kit to order. Well, what are you working on? Look over their health priorities, invite them to find solutions in the reference guide. Then, what kit would meet their needs? And then offer suggestions like, if I were you, I would buy this kit. Not sure which membership. What factors are you considering? That's one thing you can ask them. Listen to what they say and address their concerns and offer suggestions. Financial concerns. What would you like to would you like to host a class so you can earn money to get the kit you really want? Now that would I would have done that. But I had to go around it the wrong way. So, not sure where to start. Would it serve you best to choose a couple of oils to address an issue and make it a health priority, and then you can experience them, and then you can choose better which kit you can use. So, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Chrissy.
You're welcome.
So you're using if you have not looked at the Empowered Success booklets, that's a resource you really need to look at, because the Live Share, or the Live Guide, the Share Guide, the Bill Guide are all really, they have everything written out and you can just follow along. You don't have to have much of a nice way of talking, because you can just say whatever is in the guide. So if you have not looked at everything that doTERRA has to offer now, please go and look at the Empowered Success. And write a bio. That's important too. So setting goals and taking actions. I have a few. There's a goal to reach and a 90-day goal. If you set some goals, set also a timeline, set a date, and then go backwards from that date, figuring out where you want to be. For example, one of mine is to have the first Iris's Worldwide Thrivers mailing by the 4th, which is this Saturday. I have donations that I'm ready to send out, so I need to talk to the post office tomorrow, and I'm going to have them sent by Saturday. They're going to Malawi, Zimbabwe, and India. So that's one of my goals, because Iris's Worldwide Thrivers is a nonprofit that I'm setting up. Another one is that I'd love to be silver by June, but the only way you can do that is to start working at it. So your goals can be anything you want, but you have to determine that you're going to work towards those goals. A 90-day goal for me is to have wellness consults for all my team members by the end of July. So I've got to get going. They also have a success tracker so that you can see when you connected, share and invite, present, enroll, lifestyle overview, business overview, and a hosting overview with the launch. All of those are talked about in those Empowered Success pamphlets. Finding your builders was something else that they talked about a lot. Write your ideal builder down. Write every characteristic you want the ideal builder to have. And then stick it somewhere where you see it every day, many times a day. And that builder is going to come to you. Everybody that is doing this says the same thing. That builder will show up in God's time, or if you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in, if he will show up or she will show up. The doTERRA sales cycle is pipes. And I know a lot of you know about pipes. Some of you might not, but that is preparing, inviting, presenting, enrolling, and supporting. And that is in the prepare, you're connecting with that person. In the invite, you're inviting him to come or her to come to hear what you have to offer and what they need. That's the whole thing. It's the person that you are talking to that you need to listen to them and present what they need. In the presenting, introducing, educating, and closing. In the enrolling, that's where you're going to answer objections and gather referrals. In the follow-up, that's the supporting, because if they haven't found what they need, then you want to help them find that. So that all comes into the pipes circle. There are several resources that I will have Kenzie put up. The Strengths Guide, the Strengths Finders link, the Living Your Strength videos that are all on with the Empowered You, the Empowered Success Guides. Kenzie, I hope you're writing all this down. doTERRA University is another place where they have a lot of material to help, and the Sales Guide, which is something new. If you haven't gotten the Sales Guide or downloaded it, that is an important thing for you too. So that was the business part, and we're doing pretty good. It's almost 9:30. Then in the evening, we were given a Healthy Habits for Life. And Chrissy's going to talk about the first three. They have the pyramid of health. And so Chrissy's going to talk about the first three. Chrissy?
Okay. This is from the Healthy Habits for Life, from the Lifestyle Pyramid. The first one is the proactive medical care. That's
Hey, Chrissy, will you pick up your phone again? I don't know why, but we can't hear you.
That's okay. I'm just kidding. Developing a relationship with trusted medical professionals allows you to be proactive instead of reactive about necessary medical care, which is one of the foundational pillars of lifelong health. The next one is informed self-care, and that's creating the habit of using doTERRA solutions as a first line of defense by using a trusted essential oil reference book and increasing your understanding of the many possibilities you have at your fingertips. That's just, I have a Essential Life book, and I've got both the hard cover and the soft cover. So, and then to reduce the toxic load, you're going to reduce your synthetic exposure by keeping more naturally sourced products around your home, on your skin, and in your body. So, there you go.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the oils that they have you using to do that?
Okay, well, they've got frankincense, lemon, and On Guard. Frankincense is for the informed self-care, is kind of what they are looking at it as. You can use frankincense in veggie caps or on your skin and under your tongue, or you can smell it. And reducing the toxic load is the lemon and the On Guard, which you can use all the same ways as well. So I don't know. I guess that's about it.
I didn't hear that last sentence, but were you turning it over to me?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, the lemon, I know you drink in your water all day, don't you?
Yes, I drink lemon, I drink lime, and I drink grapefruit. My favorite is grapefruit. I love grapefruit. That's what I always put in my water. And when I run out of grapefruit, then it's lemon. And when I run out of lemon, when I get low on lemon, I add a little lime to my lemon. So my water tonight is lemon and lime flavored.
All right. So the next thing on that pyramid is rest and manage stress. Essential oils can provide support for getting consistent quality rest, which is very important to me. And it can improve your mood and give your body the opportunity to repair and renew. So they are suggesting lavender and balance. Lavender was the first thing that I was introduced to. Kai is on this call. Kai Slaymaker was the one that says, oh, you should try lavender, when I was complaining on Facebook at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that was my first experience with doTERRA. The other is balance. And Balance is a grounding blend. Balance keeps you at a homeostasis. So I use Balance on the bottoms of my feet in the morning and at night. And lavender is in my diffuser at night. Then there's exercise, and doTERRA can help support greater focus as well as ease feelings of tension in the body to promote regular exercise and help you stay active and strong. And the deep blue is one that I love greatly, either in the rub or the oil, sometimes both. The basis of all of this is eating right. doTERRA whole food, yes, I can talk. doTERRA whole foods supplements are an ideal way to give your body what it needs to thrive, starting with a great nutrition and digestive support. And that is the Lifelong Vitality. Sorry for reaching in front of my face, but the Lifelong Vitality supplements look, feel, live younger, longer. And also PB Assist and Terrazyme. And these are in my daily supplements. I take 4 a day of all of those various pills. And that has changed my life, and all of you, I'm sure too, that take the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Everyone should be taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I tweak them a little. I use a lot of oils in a diluted form rather than straight, because my skin, my body is a little sensitive to those oils. But they also stress having some kind of a morning routine, having your hearty breakfast with whole fresh foods, meditating or taking a moment for personal reflection, going for a morning jog. That would be funny if I tried that. I don't know if you can jog, Chrissy, or not, but ours would look a little one-sided. Yes. And establishing a morning yoga practice. So just something that sets your day off with a balanced, once again, that balance of mind, body, spirit. So that's pretty much everything. Chrissy, do you have any? Oh, I can't hear you at all now, Chrissy.
I had to unmute her. Go ahead, Chrissy.
Copaiba.
Oh, yes. He was, we watched a video with Dr. Hill and Dr. O about the differences between Copaiba and CBD. And it was really interesting to see how much CBD oil you need compared to how much Copaiba you need. Because the CBD oil was gallons. Chrissy, do you remember you were talking about how
the CBD comes in big vats, like they're probably 2 or 3 feet tall, but each of those costs $50,000. And that's why when you get a bottle of CBD oil, it costs so much, but that's because they don't put very much CBD in there because it costs so much to get it. That's just astounds me.
Yes. The potency is something else that they can't control how potent it's going to be, or if it's pure, it's not. And every batch of CBD oil has some THC in it, which is what gets you high. Everything you get, even if it's just a little tiny bit. So until they can control that, it's not a viable resource for someone like doTERRA that has precisely what they need in each bottle. Janelle Mueller was talking also about Nepal, and she had gone on this last co-impact sourcing trip to Nepal, and so we got to see a lot of her pictures. Yes, they did talk about how Copaiba hits more receptors than CBD. Copaiba, well, there are endocannabinoids that are in the body. The phytocannabinoids are in the plants, and those work very well together. And in CBD oil, it's got, oh, what was the word? I can't find it. The CBD oil doesn't do what Copaiba does. A few drops of Copaiba do all of those other things, you know, with the neurological support, the respiratory support, the immune system support, all of those. And the CBD does not do that. LaTaryn, did that make sense? Okay. The thing that was fun about what Austin was talking about, he was talking like we were doTERRists. What?
doTERRorists.
Yes, doTERRorists. And I thought that was kind of true. We are a little like that. Once you are wanting the oils and using the oils, everything else is no good for anybody. Does anyone have any questions?
I loved it. Well done, ladies.
Thank you.
I'm going to hit the stop on the record so we can have an open conversation, do a giveaway.